if you're listening to this, you're part of a rare star collective. You are part of a collective of high performing, high achieving people. I kept hearing Mega Millions. I don't know if you played a lottery or if you're just about to get very lucky. But there is something crazy happening in your energetic field right now, and I am being asked to report on it because this is whack. I literally have never done a recording like this before. Who knows if I'll ever do one like this again? Maybe I will now that you guys have introduced yourself to me. This star collective draws energy from the sun, and excuse me, they talk to a variety of beings in their sleep. You are very active in your sleep cycles, and you don't know it. A lot of these beings are consulting you right now and telling you what to do, like where to go, who to talk to, who to turn to, what to make, what to create. You're getting all these conflicting ideas and information, and it's a lot for you to process right now. So you need to focus your energy on doing something productive. You need to focus your energy on output of a single product, of a single thing. Excuse me. You have so much energy coming into you right now. It's actually crazy. You're like an entire star system. There's so many opportunities waiting for you now. You've done something huge here. You've really freed yourself from this collective of suffering. You used to be part of a very dark collective. You are part of a collective that was here to learn trials. You were here to learn lessons, and you have a lot of receipts of like bloody war is what I'm hearing. So you have been through some very dark chapters. And the reason you wanted to do this is because it got you money. That's going to maybe mean something different for each of you, but you're getting money as a result of everything you went through. Maybe for some of you, that'll be like a court case settling. Maybe for some of you, a brilliant idea. Maybe some of you starting a business. You are literally being financially compensated by the universe for your pain and suffering. It's like the universe took your accusers on trial, and then found them wanting and is like, you now owe collective $5 million. I don't know if that's just a number being thrown out there or if that's going to be relevant for you someday. Yeah. And that's crazy. I'm literally seeing my birthday numbers on the timer. So this is a very special message that probably not a lot of people will see, but it is an important one for you to understand. The message of this collective is brilliant, and it is important that you tap into the frequency of love in order to actualize this. You need to remember that you are a kind person and that you are someone who is going to take the world by storm. You're not someone here to abuse people or take advantage of people. You're here to spread a very particular kind of light and a very particular kind of gift. You're here to awaken a frequency in others that hasn't really been awakened before this time. You're part of a collective that is doing a very special, specific mission. And it's one that required a lot of labor of love in order to do it. Sorry, my cat is about to eat something she shouldn't have. Yeah, sorry, get back into it. Yeah, you're just leveling up in a major way. So yeah, this energy is really big. It's really big, and there's something really special on the horizon for you. I don't know if you've been meditating more lately, but something about you is very calm in your demeanor, even though there's all this crazy influx of energy. Like you have settled something. You have settled this debate that you had within yourself of like, am I worth it? Am I not worth it? Literally thinking of that song. Oh my God, what is it called? Like, let me work it, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the rest of it, but it's just like, it's something like that. It's playing in my head. It's your something, something. Yeah. It's your something, something. Yeah. I don't know. It's just giving this energy of like, of hip hop and rebellion and embracing yourself. I feel like you went through a period of dark isolation and it was really challenging on you. And the reason it was so challenging on you was because you glimmer, you sparkle, and you shine. And this is offensive to other people, and they don't like it when they see it in you. If people aren't special like you are, then they kind of hate it. And I don't know, maybe people feel differently about this, but not everyone is special. Literally, there are people who are sent here to learn karmic like punishments because they're people who abused power in previous lifetimes. So they literally are put here to experience an unspecial life. You've been put here to experience a very special life because there's a level of sacrifice required to experience it. There's a level of demand before you get your supply, actually. And not a lot of people are willing to go through this. That's why It might sound interesting to say this, but not a lot of people would accept the mission you're here on. A lot of people would not like how disruptive, how chaotic, how much chaos is involved in your mission. They would much rather a more chill life. Like, yeah, I'm just saying there was a lot of trauma you went through. And because of that, it sparked an awakening, right? You may have had multiple awakenings or a series of awakenings, but regardless, you're here now and you're winning, you're leveling up, right? And you're getting your reward. So there was like a bounty put on your head by, I'm literally hearing dark invaders. So take that how it resonates. But you were like a wanted man or wanted woman in several timelines. And there was a lot of people out to get you. And for a while, you felt like everyone was out to get you because they were. They were literally tasked with the mission of being out to get you. And the reason for that was for you to feel ostracized. It was for you to feel alone and isolated. It was for you to feel like you couldn't trust anyone. So you had to trust yourself, because sometimes when we can trust others, we don't trust ourselves. We just outsource that labor, right? Because it's a labor of love. But because you were surrounded by so many shady people, you didn't open up as easily, and you came to really rely on yourself. Believe it or not, this was like the fastest way to work through your gift. Because your gift requires a specific kind of level up, and it's one that you wouldn't go through if you didn't have a benefit waiting for you, if you didn't have a reward waiting for you. So you just need to be careful not to get too caught up in the pain of the moment whenever you have painful moments, and just understand it's probably working for something that you just can't quite see. Almost like I'm getting this image of the flies. They're ants. They're ants when they fly, and then their wings fall off. Like the queen, I don't know if you know this, but like there's queen ants that get wings to do the new colony, and they fly with their swarm of ants. And then when they get there, the queen literally tears off her wings because they're basically like taking up nutrients, right? And then she like sacrifices herself for her brood, and she becomes so fat and swollen with eggs. Like people literally have to carry out her eggs. She can't do anything anymore. She becomes so large that all she can do is be pampered by her men servants and stuff. There's a very interesting energy for sure to that phrasing, but that's kind of what's happening with you. Like you become sort of this cash cow, but for you, not for anyone else. You've become someone capable of acquiring vast sums of money. Yeah. It's this like strike it rich mentality where you have been digging a while in soil that was not fruitful, that didn't have anything in it, but you still kept digging because you were convinced that you were not going to find gold where everyone else was digging for gold. And people called you crazy for digging in these areas that there hadn't been any gold found in. And you were like, well, why would I go to the area where you found gold? Because you claim they'll find more, but you're there digging it up too. I'll have to compete for that gold. So in your mind, you thought, I have a much better chance going to an area where no one is and striking it rich there than I do going to the area where 1,000 people are and trying to make a name for myself. That's just stupid. And, and I'm seeing this like really funny laugh from your ancestors because they like you and they want you to know that they are standing beside you. And like the weight of this channeling is very strong. I have very little control over what I am channeling right now, actually, just so you know. Yeah, like your ancestors want you to know you are so loved and protected, and they are rooting for you. They're cheering for you because you are breaking those generational curses, breaking those traumas, breaking those patterns and cycles of abuse and narcissistic violence and things. And so you're finally reaping the benefits of that reward, and they are so excited. So they've pushed you into the isolation. They pushed you into this period of darkness and painfulness because it activated your gifts, and you bloomed from that, almost like white asparagus, like that blind asparagus. And excuse me, you're just having also confirmations left and right. If you're listening to this message, you know what I'm saying is true. Like you feel it in your soul. You're like, yeah, that's my message. Finally, someone's reading me right. You're not sitting here going, oh, is that me? Like, am I really destined for that? You're no longer in that energy. If that's you, just like swipe off because this is not your message. The person that's here is very confident. The person that is here is very in tune and in touch with their gifts, and they are not done taking back their destiny from other people's hands. They are still carving a name for themselves in society, and in the annals and channels of time. So yeah, there's a lot of activity going on, and you don't need to be afraid of anything anymore because you have literally done everything that you needed to do. Okay. You've done everything you need to do, game plus mode, whatever you want to call it. you're done. So yeah, now you get to enjoy the fun parts of life. The biggest challenge will be regulating your nervous system because you're not used to abundance. You're not used to frailty. You're not used to emotional vulnerability. You're frankly not used to the human things, the human side of life. You've been behaving like a superhero your whole life. Even when you were a child, you probably always had people saying, "Oh, you're so mature for your age. Oh, you're reading at such a high level. Oh, you're doing these math problems at such an advanced level." And then at some point, it kind of flipped, and then people started saying, "Oh, you're so childlike. Why aren't you doing blah, blah, blah? Oh, why don't you get these social situations? Blah, blah, blah." So neurodivergency, probably very high in this collective. You were people that were cast in a certain archetypal role that was convenient for others. And while you played that role, you got a lot of nourishment from it. People praised you, they fed you, they took you places and did things for you. But on the other hand, people also treated you like an invalid. People treated you like you didn't know what you were talking about. Sometimes, like they would say, "Oh, you're young, collective. You don't know what you're saying. Oh, it's okay, collective. You've never done this before." Literally seeing 11:11 on my timer actually just now. Um, like, "Oh, collective, don't worry about it. Let the adults handle it. Oh, collective, you need to work more on this and do this." And it's kind of like there's this never-ending mountain of tasks for you to do. There was this whole push in people and behavior to change your identity, change you into something that fit their goals. And that's not you, collective. That's not you. So you need to be really careful in the future not to let anyone ever do this to you again, because you know who you are. Don't step back for anyone or anything, because you have a mountain of blessings in your name to claim, and you're going to claim it right now. In the next 3 weeks, your entire life is going to change. This message will definitely not resonate for everyone. In the next 3 weeks, your life will change completely unexpectedly, like financial freedom. You're actually getting it. I know a lot of times people are like, "It's coming, you're getting it, it's coming." Something is going to happen. In the next 2 weeks, your personal identity is going to shift in a big way. Don't be scared when the shift happens. It was always going to happen this way. It was always going to change. You were never going to stop this. It was always destiny that it would happen. I'm telling you this now because you're going to be very upset, I think, when it happens. But remember, you are not here to change anything like about yourself. You're only here to become more of yourself. Everything that's falling away is because it wasn't needed on your rocket ship. Okay. It was only needed to get you up off the ground. Now it is not needed. Okay. So you just need to let it fall to the side. In the future, you will have more identity shifts and more identity changes. Don't think that your identity now is your identity forever. Just understand it, reflect on it, and sink into it for the moment, because it is needed. It is critically needed that you adopt this mindset change, because you have these really big gifts coming in. And if you don't regulate, it's going to be very challenging for you to hold on to these blessings, because the immense weight of them is going to shock you and scare you. You cannot let yourself be intimidated by the weight of these blessings. You cannot let yourself feel ashamed that other people don't have them, because collective, you have earned them. You've earned them through blood, sweat, and tears, monthly. You've put in so much work. Do not forget that now. Do not forget how much you suffered, how close to DEATH you came many times. Do not forget it. So anytime you doubt yourself, anytime you think you're not worth it, just think of that. And remember, you're worth it. Everyone in this collective has the opportunity for greatness. Everyone in this collective also has the opportunity for stagnancy. It's up to you to choose what you want, collective, but you can't forestall the blessing. And so it's either going to happen. I hear it's going to go to you or your parents. And you need to keep in mind that your parents don't deserve it. They don't deserve the blessings. That's a very strong message, but like, there's something like a feeling of obligation, almost like you feel like you should help your parents or do something for them. But no, you need to make sure you're okay first, collective, because there is this feeling of greediness, of like people that have poured into you and then they expect something in return, like you're an investment. They're like, "Oh, well, I invested in you at this point in time, so now it's time for me to collect." And it's the grossest attitude that a parent or parent figure can have, is to expect things back from their own child. It's like, no, they chose to have you and bring you into this world. You're their responsibility. They get the gift of saying they're a parent. They get the gift of having you in their life if they have done a good enough job to earn that. They do not get the gift of you being a little stock investment that returns every quarter, a percentage of what they've invested in you. That's effing crazy. And you need to hear that. You do not deserve that. No amount of guilt trip can work on you. Okay. Like I'm, I'm going to channel this directly from spirit. I have been this whole time, but there's a very specific message coming through. I'm so tired of parents treating their children like they're coin purses that they can deposit pouches into, and then at a later point, redraw those pouches out. These children are meant to suffer when the parents treat them in this way. It is important for the parents to understand the separation between their personal anxiety and their children's development. They cannot deposit things into their children like a bank and expect interest on their investment. Yeah, spirit is like really angry actually with that message. So probably a lot of you have had very transactional love relationships and parental relationships, things where I'm actually angry channeling into the energy of this. People have treated you like an investment, and it pissed you off, or it should piss you off, because you don't realize how bad you had it. You don't realize how transactional people were. That collective, if they didn't think they could get something from you, they would not have done it. Excuse me. Yeah, there's a lot of anger and resentment here. And a lot of them did it because their parents did to them, and that's really no excuse, because someone has to break that cycle. They literally could have broken that cycle with you, and they chose not to because they thought, oh, well, I gave to my parents, so I'm going to take from my kids. But you're like, no, you're not going to take from me. You're going to take from yourself, and I'm going to give to myself. And they're angry because they feel like they got the short end of the stick. But collective, they could have been the ones who didn't give to their parents, and they could have taken their own money and spent it on themselves, but they didn't. These people sunk their money in so many holes, and they are coming to you to cover it up. They're coming to you to fix their problems. Do not fix their problems. If they reach out to you, do not fix their problems. I don't care what happens. I don't care if one of them DIED. Okay. I don't care. They're not your problems to fix. And that's not me. That's spirit literally channeling that. I think a lot of you are so kind-hearted, collective, that you would do that. Like you would give your right ankle, literally, if that meant someone would be happy. That's a very specific reference. Interesting. But yeah, you have given up so much more than you realize, collective. Whatever fame and fortune, time, money you have amassed to this point, it's nothing in comparison to what's about to happen. You're going to blow up huge. You're already blowing up. You're already glowing up. It's going to be even bigger. Like you have to keep your pants on because it's going to blast you out of the water. It's huge. It's huge. This is major star energy. I've literally never channeled this before. This is honestly probably the reason that it's coming through is like the sort of star collective is because it's various people from various of the collectives that I channel for. So yeah, maybe I'll see if I can do a face channeling of this later. Yeah, this is incredible. It's filling me with such excitement. I'm filled with such hope for you if you're listening to this message. And again, you will know, this is one of those messages, you will know if this is for you. If you have any doubt that this is for you, it's not for you. But if you know this is for you, it is for you. I need to like take a breath. There's a lot of like Aries passionate energy in this collective right now. Also saw 1818 on my timer, so I don't know if repeating numbers are symbolic for you, but yeah. I've just got this tremendous smile on my face because like something really big, something really wicked this way comes. But it's something really big this way comes, okay? It's not wicked. It's exciting. And you're going to be scared and you're going to do it anyway. You're going to be asked to invest in yourself, collective, in a way you've never invested in yourself before. Not me choking. As soon as I said that, your level up is so huge, it cannot be contained. You can't live in the same container you've been living in. Does that make sense? You've been playing so small because you've been trying to save money. You've been trying to be conservative, but you're being asked to spend in a bigger and better way. You're being asked to invest in yourself. You're being asked to make your home a place that people want to come home to. You're being asked to make your home a place that people want to hang out at. You're being asked to make your home a place you like to hang out at. And collective, I don't think you've often enough made your home a true sanctuary. I think you've always compromised and not gotten things because, oh, it's like a little too expensive. Oh, it would be better if this. Like you've made so many excuses, collective, and you don't need to make excuses anymore because you're going to have enough money to have a comfortable life. More than that, you're going to have an abundant life. I know you don't believe it quite yet as I'm saying this, but I know you know it's true. Okay. You will believe it with time, but you just have to have faith that it is happening. It is unfolding for you and it is unstoppable at this point. Um, the planetary energy of Aries, like the Mars energy, really, really, really strong right now. And it's causing you to fight for what you believe in, fight for what you want. It's causing you to shift and into this multidimensional timeline where fantastic frequency things happen. And there's so many possibilities collective, like you don't even know. You're actually going to start living life though, instead of the facade of life that you have been clinging to this far. Um, there's a lot more to channel into in this, but I'm actually probably going to do more of this channeling with my face because I forgot when I was so eager to start, I forgot that I've been doing more face channeling. So I'm gonna go do that for the part two. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Congratulations. Let me be the first to tell you, congratulations on this level up. You're gonna be unrecognizable very soon. People will not know what to do with you. I'll see you in the next one.